Right, I've got 3 minutes, according to my son, who is timing us on a stopwatch. But this is a quick, interesting video. It's interesting for me, and I think it will be for you. So I've just come back from a run, a really good run. Started off, obviously, before the run with a couple of rounds of Wim Hof style power breathing. As you know from previous videos, it makes a big difference. You have a much more fluid run. You breathe in a smooth fashion. Everything feels right. But that's not the purpose of this video today. The purpose of this is to talk about Ujayi breath. Because just then, it's about -2 outside right now, and as I came back, I noticed I was wheezing. If you've watched my journey before, you'll know that I've covered this off. I've gotten rid of my asthma previously, and indeed got confirmation from the GP because of the breath work that I've done. It has cured me of my asthmatic symptoms, and I've not experienced that for a good couple of years. Interestingly though, I felt wheezy and still do a little bit. However, in practicing Ujayi breath for the last couple of minutes, it has significantly reduced the symptoms. So obviously my throat has closed slightly, and I think this is because of the cold air, but also because I ate quite a bit of cheese yesterday. Cheese and me have always been, well, we've got a kind of a dual relationship. In part, it has brought me many benefits, but also significant negative ones. But I have to say, I still allow myself these foods that I'm intolerant of, just because I'm a big believer in just small doses of things that aren't so good for you can often be good for you in the long run. And I just like it. Let's not give you any more excuses. I just like cheese. But anyway, Ujayi. If you've not come across this before, let me explain it. If you imagine you're wearing a pair of glasses and you want to clean the lens, then quite often you will make that kind of sound as you steam up the lens. That is Ujayi breath, but you do it with a closed mouth. So effectively you are Now, there are many benefits to Ujayi breath. It is antibacterial, antiviral. It also increases nitric oxide and has a vasodilatory effect. So that means the increase in nitric oxide also helps to open up the blood vessels and the airways. So this vasodilatory effect opens up the blood vessels. As I've mentioned before, when I do my workout in the form of gardening, where I'm digging all day, sometimes I'll get these mild headaches, which I think is where the blood vessels have closed up towards the head or somewhere near the head. And so what I do is this Ujayi breath that opens up the blood vessels and the headache disappears. Well, just like the headache disappearing, slowly but surely, I can feel my throat feeling less constricted, and that is all down to good old Ujayi breath. Remember, it is sometimes called Darth Vader breath for very good reason. Give it a go. If you're going to do it in a 4/4 rhythm. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. The benefits of that are that you will help to bring a balance to your autonomic nervous system. So in other words, a balance between the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. So if you imagine the sympathetic breath is every inhale. Every inhale, you increase your heart rate and your blood pressure. Every exhale, you do the opposite. So if you bring a balance to that by breathing in equal amounts, both in and out, it makes sense you're going to balance your autonomic nervous system. As you now know, you have some degree of control over your autonomic nervous system. So Ujayi breath, I'm going to be doing it now for a few more minutes, and that should get rid of the post-run symptoms that I was just experiencing there. You and I know that much of my journey is through experience. It's through trial and error. I try something, it either works or it doesn't. If it works, I stick with it. Sometimes I experience negative symptoms. I have recently actually with astaxanthin. I won't be taking that now because certainly I don't know whether it's the brand that I'm using, but for the last few days I felt a bit off. So as that's the only thing that I've introduced to my diet, it's time for me to stop taking it. I had the same results with MCT oil about a year or so ago. Anyway, here ended today's video. It is 2 minutes longer than 3 minutes. Sorry about that, Lockie. Thank you for watching. I hope that's of help. Do give Ujayi Breath a go. You will see huge benefits, especially actually if you're asthmatic or suffer kind of respiratory conditions. It's a wonderful breath technique. Goodbye for now.